Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Big Things Kentucky, Season 3, Episode 9. Yes, sir, Week 9, baby. Things are heating up. We're getting close to the playoffs, and Big Things County is on fire. This week, Coach Bew is still on the mend, so he'll be out for a while still. The cameraman's favorite cameraman had another engagement, so he was unable to make it. So your boy's flying solo. Oh, hold on, y'all. We got a special call-in guest.
Hello? Have no fear. Big Things Kentucky is here. I'm Coach Bew. My man, Coach Truck. What's going on?
What's going on, Coach, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. First, I want to thank everybody, man, for the prayers, for the good wills. All the high school coaches that reached out to you, the parents, the kids. Man, it really means a lot. Does affect kids' heart good. And rehab now, after being in, in ICU and incubated for 20 some odd days. So gotta get back on my feet, Coach. But I'm fighting to get back.
Yes, sir. I needed you back because my picks right now, I was hurting. But thankfully, my man Mojo came in, and now I'm back on track, Coach.
They're gonna say you had to design a whole new character just to try to catch up to Coach TV.
Hold on, what you mean design a character, Coach? Hold on.
You design a whole new character to give you some confidence to hang with Coach TV. He's been kicking your tail. He's been kicking your tail, royalty.
Well, Coach, man, I know the biggest thing, how about your LCA Eagles and your Bryan Station Defenders, man?
Man, my Eagles looking good, doing their thing. Shout out to Coach Doug, man, who's checked on me several times. To my son and my wife. So, thanks, Coach Duff, for everything you've done. And to the LCA family, I love LCA. They looking good, Coach, looking good. And like I said, a lot of talent over there. And, he's got a pipeline. So, I expect LCA to stay up there for years to come. Hope we got LCA, Douglas in the championship. Hope we get Bryan Station over that 6A hump to be one of them Louisville schools. Of course, Douglas is who they've always been, as you said. As Dennis Johnson said, they are who we thought they were. So, they still looking good. Station looking really good. Man, I missed that first game, Coach. Man, I missed it. But I heard it was a barn burner from you. So, yeah, it's going all right.
Okay.
Man, Coach David Jones, man, from Bourbon County doing that thing down there. Coach, I apologize, Coach Truck. He's Florida school systems. He don't know no better. So we apologize. No disrespect to you. You're doing a great job down there in Bourbon County. Love to see it. Shout out to the Dave and Durrell show. Shout out to Q Walker now. Over Beyond the Game. My guy, Pete, who I know is busy with football right now. And, man, just thank everybody, because it's been a blessing, man. It's been a rough time, but like I said, I appreciate all the prayers and well wishes. Just shout out to my wife, man, for holding me down through this and getting me together. And, of course, I'm trying to fight to get back. Shout out to UNTV for holding the show down, man. I'm people realize we're friends and family outside of that, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm glad to see the show's doing good. Keep going. Keep supporting the show. And like I said, Lord, want to be back soon.
All right, Coach, man. Appreciate you for calling in and letting everybody know, man. We miss you. We love you. And we'll see you when we see you, Coach.
Man, it's good to hear from Coach Bew. Y'all just keep sending those positive prayers and thoughts to him. And hopefully, man, my big man will be here sooner than you know. So, I'm flying solo this week. So you get a whole episode of yours truly, Nostra Rabbit. We winning, we riding. Yes, sir. So before we get started, let's take a look at last week's standings. As you can see, I'm back on my grind. I'm back in my groove. I want to appreciate my man Mojo for stepping in for me, letting me get myself together. I think with Coach Bew being out, it kind of threw me off a little bit. But y'all see my man, I'm back on it. I'm back on it, y'all. I'm back. I got a good feeling about this week, y'all. On to week 9. First of all, let me apologize to Coach David, not Davis, Jones, not Johnson. Coach, man, my bad. Hold on. Let me put some respect on Coach name. 2-time state champion for the Belfry Pirates, UK Wildcat, Liberty Bowl record holder, a Baltimore Raven, owner of D&D Sports. That's David and Darrell Sports. Check them out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. They cover Eastern Kentucky sports. Coach, man, I sincerely apologize. First up this week, we got Lexington Catholic off of their close loss to Boyle County, traveling to Bourbon County. Again, Coach David Jones of Bourbon County and his Bourbon County Colonels. This week, Lexington Catholic is 5-2. They'll be taking on 4-2 Bourbon County, who's on a 2-game winning streak. This will be a chance for Bourbon County to prove that they can play with the big boys for this district game. Lexington Catholic Jack Goldman is still doing big things. Like we said before, it's hard to come in and replace somebody like Bo Allen, but he's doing an excellent job. My man Blake, the bus station Busan, because he's always open, led the team in receiving yardage. Look for another big game from these guys as they travel to Bourbon County. Bourbon County put it on Anderson County last game. It looks like things may be clicking, as they got the running game going with 360 yards against Anderson County. Look for Clay Estes and Josh Moody to get things going against the Lexington Catholic defense, who gave up 200+ yards rushing to Boyle County last week. Guys, for this game, give me Lexington Catholic. The Lexington Catholic Bourbon County game will be streamed live from Prep Spin. Be sure to check that out. Up next, we got 6-1 Oldham County in a district game taking on 6-1 Bryan Station. Oldham County coming off their first loss last week against Madison Central. Bryan Station had a close game last week against GRC that they pulled out. We had a sighting from Joey Bond again, running back that was a phenom last year that just hasn't quite got started this year. Bryan Station's defense played a heck of a game against GRC. Look for Bryan Station's defense to be tested through the air this week from Oldham County quarterback Sam Young and receiver Justin Ruffin. Can Oldham County bounce back and get back on track, or will Bryan Station continue their winning ways? Give me Bryan Station on this one, guys. Up next, we got another district game. We've got Berea taking on Eminence. Eminence has a great passing attack led by quarterback Blaze Berry. Gotta love that name, Blaze Berry. Boy, you got the whole name team. And running back Devontae Saunders, who's toting the note, burning up the ground. It's going to be interesting to see how Berea knocks off the rust to take on a top 1A contender for the championship. Give me Eminence. Up next, we got 5-time city champs. Yes, sir. The Frederick Douglass Broncos. You see them, 8-5 Broncos, baby. Shout out to Frederick Douglass football program for hooking your boy up with the city championship shirt. Last year, we had an interim city champ, but that's simply because we just didn't compete in the tournament. But we are undefeated against all the city schools to date. That's the streak. Let me remind y'all of the streak. This week, Great Crossing 6-1. The only loss coming to crosstown rival Scott County. Frederick Douglass has been off for 2 weeks due to a bye week and a COVID cancellation. There was a lot of brouhaha about Douglass playing Mayo, but that didn't work out. So Samuel Cornett will lead his potent Frederick Douglass offense to take on the Great Crossings team, who's been playing great defense this season. Great Crossings is going to need everything they can get from Tennessee commit Caleb Perry and D1 recruit Orion Fisher to try and contain this potent Frederick Douglass offense. Frederick Douglass defense, with D1 players everywhere, has just been smothering this whole season. But Great Crossings receiver, big play Jacob Coulter, seems to always find a way to get open. This is going to be a tough matchup for Great Crossings. Give me Frederick Douglass on this one. And that game will be televised on Varsity Game Night. Up next, we got 6-1 Madison Central taking on 3-5 GRC. Madison Central's on a 5-game winning streak, having only lost the season opener to LCA, maybe one of the better teams in the state this season. GRC off a tough loss against Bryan Station. They'll be tested against this physical Madison Central run game. Brady Hensley is just tearing it up on the ground. Ooh, give me Madison Central on this one. Paul Lawrence Dunbar is 3-4. They'll be taking on 0-7 Henry Clay. Like we said last week, you can see Coach Demetrius Gay's improvement coming with Henry Clay. They've had some tough losses, but they played and fought all the way up to the end. Paul Lawrence Dunbar is on a 2-game winning streak, having taken care of city rival Tate's Creek. Give me Dunbar in this one. Up next, we got 1-7 Somerset traveling to 7-0 LCA. This would be a battle between two titans. This is not the Briar Jumpers we're used to. They've had a lot of things going on as far as transfers and kids moving and that type of stuff, so they've lost a lot. LCA, as the cameraman's favorite cameraman says, is a train on the tracks headed for Kroger Field. We'll see if Somerset can derail them. Give me LCA on this one. Up next, we've got 4-3 Moco traveling to 4-3 Scott County. Moco is much more balanced than years past. Quarterback Alex Hatton is doing his thing with over 1,000 yards passing this season and 8 touchdowns. And on the ground, they're led by Jacob Delanio, Coach Truck might have messed your name up, and Adrian Jones with almost 1,000 yards between them. Moco's defense is going to have to stand strong, as we know the Scott County rushing attack is hard to stop. Scott County 4-3 has actually had a week of rest as they had a COVID game against Grant County Council. When last we saw Scott County, they had a tough physical win over crosstown rival Great Crossings. Like Coach McKee said, he's starting a lot of young players for really the first time in the history of this program. Logan Jones, a playmaker for Scott County on offense and defense, should be returning back from an ankle sprain against the Bryan Station game. Look for that to give Scott County a little more juice. Give me Scott County in this one. Up next, we've got 5-3 Hazard coming into town to take on 6-1 Sayre. Hazard is on a 2-game winning streak, and their offense is led by the Max and Hank connection. That's Max Pelfrey, a quarterback with over 1,000 yards passing and 9 touchdowns, with Max Johnson with over 500 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns, and Hank Pelfrey, leading receiver, with 369 yards. Hazard is a very similar Eastern Kentucky team to Pikeville, so we'll see if Sayre learned anything from that Pikeville loss and improved in the way that they'll handle these types of teams. Give me Hazard in this one. If you're interested in the Hazard-Sayre game, Prep Spin will be streaming that one live. Up next, we got 2-6 Madison Southern High School taking on 3-3 West Jessamine High School. Both teams' last game was a loss to district rival Woodford County, who is just a juggernaut right now. Madison Southern, Stephen Whitehead, and my man, Hurricane Walter Smith, are doing big things for the Eagles. They just can't seem to get going right now this season. And West Jessamine, we know quarterback Jacob Jones is having another outstanding season with help from Bryce Chestnut. Give me Madison Southern on this one. Up next, we've got 8-0 Bishop Broussard coming to 5-6 Paris. Bishop Broussard is a ground-heavy team led by running back Jed Martin and quarterback Jacob Litch with almost 1,600 yards between them. Parrish's defense, led by Jackson Livingood, Michael Jackson, are really going to be tested in keeping this Bishop Broussard running game under wraps. Parrish is on a 3-game losing streak, and Bishop Broussard is rolling. Give me Bishop Broussard on this one. Up next, probably one of the better games going on in the state this weekend. We've got 6-1 Collins taking on 7-0 Woodford County. Collins quarterback Kenyon Gooden has just showed up and showed out all season. We got a chance to catch up with Collins coach Jerry Lucas to get a little more insight into the Market Lane Collins Titans. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, I talked to one of my assistants yesterday, and I told him that I was going to get to be on the show. And I said, hey, I'm on Big Things Kentucky. And he said, listen, you've arrived when you get on that show. I said, I know. All the success we've had. And, you know, we being able to be in some Final Fours and being able to go to state. And here it is right here. We're on Big Things Kentucky. So I'm excited about it, and our staff's excited about it.
Well, I appreciate that, Coach. Things are rolling for you guys this year, Coach.
Well, it's been fun. You know, we're still, like most county schools, you know, we've been in a situation where this is our 12th year we've been open. I always hate to judge things on wins and losses, but we've had what most would consider 8 really good years as far as wins and losses, and we've had our tough seasons too. Yeah. But I think with our coaching staff, even our years where we feel like we've just played a bunch of babies out there. You know, our 2 years where we haven't been real good were followed by the seasons that we had a lot of seniors and made deep runs in the playoffs, and then all of a sudden you look up and all those kids are gone. You got freshmen and sophomores out there trying to play on Friday nights. But this is one of those years that we felt like coming through that we were going to have it. We've had to battle through injuries, and that's, at a county school, you're one of those deals where you get a couple linemen down or a couple skill kids, but overall we've been lucky and we're starting to get healthy again. We think in a couple of weeks we'll have everybody back, and that's kind of the time of year you want to hit it, where you got all your kids back and you playing your best football at the end of the season. And I don't think we're there yet, but we've been doing some things offensively that have been really strong, and I think we're getting better on defense every week.
Well, speaking offensively, Coach, I mean, we got to talk about the quarterback. Coach, man, Gooden, he was a receiver last year. Correct?
He was an all-state wide receiver. He had probably almost 900 yards receiving. Really, really talented kid. I'll be honest with you, he has to be certainly one of the best football players we've had, but he has to be one of the best players in the state of Kentucky. I mean, this kid's 6'3", 185 pounds. He got an offer after his sophomore year last year from EKU, and he's been recruited by a lot of big time schools, mostly as a free safety coming into the season. But I tell you what, he's one of the better basketball players in the state too in his class. But when I got him after basketball season and we started working in March, you just amazing. His work ethic, he's just the best kid ever, but his work ethic is incredible. He's one of those kids that just gets up at 6 a.m. 3 days a week and lifts in the morning, 4.1 GPA, extremely talented, but yet I understands what hard work means and what it takes to be great. And he's lighting it up right now. He's having a great season. He's got, I think, maybe close to 1,800 yards passing and 22 touchdowns, and he's ran for almost 500 yards, and he's got another 15 touchdowns. I think it's like 37 touchdowns through 7 games. Obviously, that there's a lot. You guys talk about your offensive line. That's the first thing he would talk to you about, and how well they're playing. And you got to have some kids catching the ball if you're doing that. We've got a kid named Mark Hutzel,
yes,
who is leading 5A in receiving with 47 receptions, and he's done a good job. We got about 6 kids that we get the ball to in space, and Kenyon is one of those kids that he's just a student of the game. He gets the ball to those kids on his hot reads. He goes through his progressions. He's only got 3 interceptions. And really, to be honest with you, all 3 of them were on trick plays. So he doesn't have any interceptions now, just running the offense. He's done a great job.
As you guys take on district rival, undefeated Woodford County, the Yellow Jackets, Coach, man,
Coach Johnson's got him rolling. He's got him rolling over there. I'm so happy for him. He took that thing over, I think, about 2015, and he's gone through his struggles to build his program. I got to spend a lot of time with him last night. We had a JV game, so we stood on the sidelines together and just talked. We go way back, and I love Coach Johnson. I think he does a great job, and obviously we're excited about playing in this game. And this is, we kind of feel like it. However this game goes, the hope is you're going to meet them again in a few weeks later, because of the way the system's set up. But if you don't like playing in these type of games, I don't understand why you play anyway. And for us, we know the road's going to go through Woodford County, and we've got to be ready to go, and we're excited about it.
All right, Coach. Now, playing this game, what are the things that you guys are going to have to do to get this win?
Well, I feel like looking at their offense, I don't think we're going to win this game 10-7. We're going to have to take care of the ball. We're going to have to score points. If you look at both the teams, both of us have been scoring at a high clip, and I think it's going to come down to turnovers and who can get some stops. We've got to be smart with the football. We know on defense, we just got to get some stops. We got to be able to make plays on them. They do a lot of things really well. He'll line up and he'll get in there and run the veer and run that option. And then next thing you know, he's in the shotgun throwing the football. He's got a really good mix. He's got about 1,500 yards rushing and 1,200 passing. So they do a good job of mixing it up, and you got to be able to adjust your defense on the fly and make plays. And then offensively, we just got to do what we do.
Okay, Coach. Well, we wish you the best of luck. We wanted to kind of check in on our satellite team, the Martha Lane Collins Titans. Keep doing big things, Coach. I wish you the best of luck this Friday. Coach, I got a sneaky feeling I might be picking you guys, but I don't know. We win and we ride, Coach. I got your back.
That sounds great. You know what? I just hope we're rolling long enough to be able to be back on your show again.
Wofo, we know about the running game, Preston Stacy, and the underrated defense that they've been playing this season, led by Coach Dennis Johnson. We wanted to sit down and talk to 3-year starting quarterback Bryce Patterson to get a little more insight into the Woodford County Yellow Jackets.
Bryce, man, hey, senior season, we undefeated, rolling, man. You know, when you was a freshman, you started out, y'all was, 2-8, 2 and something,
Yes,
only
sir.
had 2 wins. You've improved every year. We went through COVID. Now here we are, man, sitting on top of the RPI and 5A, looking good, man. Tell us about this season.
This season, it's almost like, I would say a dream come true, but we kind of saw it coming. I mean, we've put in a lot of work. That 2-8 season, my freshman year, or whatever it was bad. But a lot of us that played, like I said, I got in the mix a little, but there were a lot of kids on that team who were freshmen. I mean, we probably had like 30, 35 players on that team. At least 15 of us were freshmen. So this class that I'm with right now, we've gotten into a lot, and we got beat up that first year and didn't want that to happen to us our senior season. So put a lot of work to get to where we are now, and it's just paying off.
So how's it been, man, being coached by Coach Dennis Johnson and seeing this team grow as you guys have grown so far?
Coach Johnson, I love him. He'll really get after you. You know, he knows how to push people and all around make the team better. I think he came in 2 years before I did or something like that. But the coaching staff has been almost the exact same since I got to high school, and all around they've learned how to push us and get us to where we need to be for our games on Friday.
Last year, we had a heartbreaking postseason loss to Madison Southern, and that seems to have driven this team this season. I mean, you guys have come out, and it's been no mercy, man. Just how's this team feel? What's y'all's goals for this season?
We want to go as far as possible. We know we have the team that we could possibly make it to state and even have a shot at winning it, and we want to do whatever we can to make that happen.
That's good stuff, man. I mean, I know you got my man Preston get in the end zone, stay holding the note behind you. You got 900, almost 1,000 yards passing, 11 touchdowns, 200 yards rushing, and 8 touchdowns. Man, you kind of almost like, Preston is the engine, but I believe you the key that gets it going, man.
Yes, sir. It's always nice to have Preston back there with me. You know, I know he's going to do his thing, and it just makes it a lot easier for the rest of us.
All right, man. This week, we got a big district game against Collins. You know, you two are probably the favorites for the district. You guys both been winning at a great clip this season, man. What's it going to take for the Yellow Jackets to pull this win out this week?
Offensively for us, we just got to keep doing what we've been doing. You know, our offensive line's been great. Our receivers have been great. Running backs have been great. All around, we've just been at 100%. You know, as long as we keep that going offensively, and then our defense, I have a lot of trust in them to shut down the Gooden kid. You know, he's putting on a show this year, but I think our defense can contain him, and with our offense, put us in a place to win the district.
Yes, sir, man. We wish you the best of luck. You know, I got your back, man. I'm picking the Yellow Jackets for sure, probably.
Yes, sir.
But, you know, you never know, man. We winning, we riding. Keep doing big things, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
This game right here, give me Wofo on this one, baby. We winning, we ride. Up next, our game of the week. 2-6 and resurgence Lafayette will be traveling to 1-6 Taste Creek. Taste Creek's offense has solely been coming on the line as quarterback A-Dub seems to be growing into the position. Look for running back Marcus Underwood to keep things going on the ground. Taste Creek's defense is going to have to step up this game as Lafayette seems to have found their way with more plays from big playmaker DJ Walker. Give me Lafayette on this one, Coach Shaw. I got you. Well, before the cameraman left, we made sure to get all his picks for this week. Here are his picks for those games.
Big Things, Kentucky. It's your cameraman's favorite cameraman live on location. Las Vegas, Nevada. Picking some games. The sports book people called me, wanted me to come out, pick some NFL and some baseball for them. But I took some time out because I love the people. I love my Big Things family. What it do, Coach?
What's going on, Coach, man? You ready to pick these games? I can pick for you, man.
Nah, I can't have you pick for me, baby. Even on location, I'm still picking.
All right, Coach. Well, these are the games this week. Up first, we got Lexington Catholic at Bourbon County.
Give me Catholic on that one.
Oldham County at Bryan Station.
Station Nation, you already know what it is.
Berea at Eminence.
Give me Eminence.
Great Crossings at Frederick Douglass.
Frederick Douglass.
Madison Central at GRC.
Oh, give me GRC on that one.
Paul Lawrence Dunbar at Henry Clay.
Oh, that's another good one. Give me the Bulldogs.
Somerset at LCA.
LCA.
Moco at Scott County.
Scott County.
Hazard at Sayre.
Give me Sayre on that one.
Lafayette at Tates Creek.
I'm going to ride with Coach Shaw. Give me Lafayette.
Madison Southern at West Jessamine.
Give me West Jessamine on this.
Collins at Wofo.
Wofo Nation, man. Let's go.
Bishop Broussard at Paris.
Bishop Broussard.
All right.
That sound like a old pimp. Yeah, give me Bishop Broussard.
All right, Coach. Enjoy your trip, man.
All right, man. Holla at y'all, man. Big Things, Kentucky. I'm out. Till next week.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this solo trip with Nostra Rabbit. I want to thank our guests for coming on this week. Again, we want to ask you to be a living donor. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share Big Things Kentucky. Help get us out there, people. We doing big things. And we out. Peace.